Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. Right into the previous video, we did study about what we actually meant from the fixtures, right? We learned about the fixtures in a very detailed way, how are they used, and all those things we did see into the previous video, right? Now, today we're going to see out the practical implementation for that. Fine. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open up a new file. I'm going to make up a new test file. So here it goes. And um, the IDE which I am using, that respective IDE right here is the PyCharm. Okay, so here goes a Python file and my file name is test underscore. Oh, how come this is test.py? Cancel. I really do not need this name. I could refactor out that. So for renaming, rename the file. So it's test, and after the test, I want this underscore, and I want that to be demo. For now, yeah, it's completely good to go. Fine. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to write up a program for the fixtures. Now you use up the markers, you use up the fixtures, whatever the extra things you are using in the PyTest, it's always important for you to import that out respectively, right? So when I'm using up the fixtures right here, so the very first thing that I have to do is that I have to import up the PyTest library. So if you're not going to import that out, so you won't be able to use out the fixture function that you have up in the PyTest. Okay, so that's why firstly it is very important for you to do so. So here I'm going to write out import and this goes my PyTest. Okay, import PyTest. Yeah, that's very much fair here. Whatever I just wrote, I imported up my respective library. Now we did learned about that a function could be made as a fixture function, right? So onto that we could pass up some parameters, and that respective ones are being gonna use on a use of my different test functions. We can use them in the different test functions, right? So what I'm going to do here at this respective place is that I am going to make up a function. Let's say that's diff. Okay, and here it's my value is in underscore value. Okay, and I'm going to put up the bracket, and that's it's okay. After this, I'm going to take up a variable. Let's say that's I, and I'm going to put up some respective value here. Um, let's say it's 20. Fine. Getting down, I'm going to simply return out the I. So from here, what I have done, I simply take up a variable. Sorry, I simply made up a function, which is in underscore value. Okay. Now into that respective function, what did I do? I simply passed up a variable and stored up a value for that respective variable. So right here when I just used out I is equal to 20. So in that case I is my variable and 20 is the value for that. Fine. Then what did I do? I return up the I. In that respective case I am returning up the value for I which we are having up. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to simply make up the fixture for that. Okay. So here goes at the rate PyTest dot fixture. This is how you make up the fixture. Okay. PyTest is I'm going to use that PyTest out here because that's my respective library, and fixture is the one which I am actually making up here. So it's at the rate PyTest dot fixture. Now my function which I was having here, which is in underscore value, that has been converted to the fixture. That has been converted to the fixture. Okay, this is what is actually happening up here. Now moving down, what I would be doing is that I could use up these respective in underscore value function into my other functions as well. Fine, so here I'm going to make out diff. Okay, I'm going to write up a function for checking up the let's say for checking up the divisibility of some numbers. Fine, or either okay, yeah, that only works out. Okay, I would do it for checking the addition. Fine. So I'm going to write up your test underscore sum underscore test underscore sum underscore and right here my value would be 20. Okay, so oh no, not 20 because I already gave that, so it's 12. Fine. Now into the bracket I'm going to pass up that respective function name in which I have my value which has to be used up. So it's in underscore value. Okay, putting up the colon, getting down here. What I'm going to use is that I'm going to use up my assert function. Into that I'm going to use up in underscore value. Here goes my addition of 12 and that's equal to 20 plus 12 is equal to that's 32. Yeah, let's go put up the correct answer. Fine. Now in this case, I do not need to use up my in value. I do not need to write out that respective value here because it's already being used with my variable, with my function name, which is in underscore value. Okay, so that's the reason for doing so. Getting down, I'm using up here def, and now next my function def, sorry, test underscore sum underscore. Let's say this time I'm having 50. Okay. Now again in the bracket, I'm going to pass up the same function that's in underscore value, which is holding up my value. Here we go with the assert in underscore value plus, and here I'm going to add up 50 for that, and it's double equal to 50 plus 20, that's 70, so I'm going to write up here as 60. Okay, I want this particular one to be false. So this is how you do up. Let's say I want to make up one more test case. Okay, let's say I want to make up one more test function. So def, this time again it's gonna test underscore sum underscore. Let's say this time I got a 10. In the bracket I'm gonna put up in underscore value, putting up the colon and then getting down. I have here the assert function in underscore value plus I'm going to add that in here and I'm going to write up here as 40. I know that's the wrong one, but right now I want my this respective case as well to be failed up. Okay, this is how you make up a fixture function. Now I just did made up this in underscore value function as a fixture function, so now I could use that at any place, at anywhere into my respective file. Okay, and again I really do not need to write up the values for this here or there. Fine. So here we pass that respective function as a parameter and here we did give up the values for that. Right, so I hope I'm clear with that. Let me go on to the terminal and run out this respective one for you. So we'll be using the command that will be running out. So here we go with the PyTest -k. What's your name which is common? So my common name is sum, right? And here goes -3 and hit out enter. So it will run up those respective ones for me and it will result them to me as an output. So yeah, it's gonna take up some time in that case. So what are we gonna do is that let me get to above. Okay, it collected 12 items, 9 selected, 3 deselected. Okay, 3 only selected because right in this particular file we have only 3 functions which are from the name of sum. We were having the other files as well which we made that previously, but into that none of the places we were having that divisible one. So that's why we did it have been. So because at each and every place we were having the other things, right? So it's not included at that particular place. So 9 were deselected, 3 selected. The first one is passed and second and third are failed. Okay. So here goes your failed one. That's the 51. Getting down, here goes your failed one. That's the 10 one. So you got up the assertion error. And at last you got up the summary. 2 failed and everything. Fine. So I'm going to close this out. So hope you got up the idea that how do we make up a function as a fixture function and then how do we use that into our program. Right, so hope I'm very much clear with this particular thing to you. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.